Hey CAFS teachers, hope you're having a really good day today. Today I'm jumping on to share with you why you don't need another literacy course. So let's get it straight. I'm sure you have sat through countless PD where you have completely switched off, you are not paying attention, you're watching other people, you're thinking about your to-do list for that afternoon, you're planning your next lessons. There is often PD that just doesn't hit the mark. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about you don't need another literacy course. Literacy courses that often have really, high-flying research which doesn't really relate to the classroom, an expert at the front talking to you and sharing with you their research-based ideas, their research-based statistics, that don't often have a connection with your particular classroom. I'm sure you guys have been there and done that plenty of time. Your other PD might look like you clicking a button just to get through the PD. I know exactly where you are and what you're talking about because I was there as well. And look, PD needs to be tailored to you guys. It needs to be tailored to us, where we're at, what we need to do to move forward, and to provide us with really practical strategies to help us improve exactly what we do. So often the PD is not targeted specifically enough, or it completely misses the mark. So I don't want you guys to do another course that you can just click and play or click and walk away, or another PD course that you can Google the ideas or Google the strategies on there, or possibly even be spoken to by an expert that completely misses the mark and is completely out of touch. They've been out of the classroom way too long. I'm talking ancient. And these particular researchers or leaders may also provide you with lots of shiny statistics or lots of shiny activities that aren't really based for high school students, like your CAFS crew. My course Inside Strive is completely opposite to that. I want you guys to come away with a particular strategy to everything you do. In my 3-step framework within Strive, my brand new course, I help you guys develop the skills that your students need for success. I'm not talking high-flying things. I'm not talking research-based. Yes, there is a little bit of research in there, but I don't talk to you about the research. This is not a practical course where it just talks at you and you don't have a complete connection to what you're doing. My course Inside Strive is a transformation. It's not a one-done peel that you'll be there sitting like a bum on a seat with no connection across your particular classroom. Strive provides you with that 3-step framework, which provides the skills, the strategies, those combined of what success looks like in the CAFS classroom. Inside Strive, it is about those skills. It is about equipping our students with those skills that they need to improve. I'm talking about that really good connection between you and your CAFS students. You could have the most amazing teacher in the world and the most brilliant CAFS class, but if you guys can't connect with each other, there is no way that your students are going to work with and for you. And when you start to teach them actual writing skills to really move the needle, to really move them forward, they're going to be switching off. That connection is so important. Showing them what it looks like for success within those skills is really important as well. Equipping our students with what they need to do to move themselves forward in their learning with the syllabus, with the glossary of keywords is crucial here. That syllabus is very transparent, but there are lots of strategy and lots of connections that we can make across our syllabus to really have the results our kids want to see, that our school wants to see, and that we want to personally see for our kids. So that connection inside the syllabus is crucial. And inside Strive, I show you those small strategies that you can start to use with your CAFS kids to see the broader picture of our syllabus and see what it really is, rather than just that black and white document, but that interactive, interrelational document that has really evolved over time. I also equip you guys with the specific strategies that you need in your CAFS classroom to move your kids forward. As I mentioned, PD that doesn't stick, PD that is you're a bum on a seat and you switch off, come 9:30, I know exactly what it's like. The strategies that I provide inside Strive, you can use literally the minute you click on a module, the minute you click on an activity. You guys will be able to use these straight away in your classroom. And they're not too out there. They're not, certain strategies that require you all the bells and whistles, to have these thousands of props. They're really simple but very practical strategies that you guys can use straight away in your classroom. I'm talking about particular things that your kids can use in the classroom when you're teaching certain content, when you're teaching the glossary of keywords, how I break it down really explicitly inside Strive. The templates that you need, the resources, the learning activities, everything that you can do to help your kids really improve on their understanding of the glossary of keywords and why the glossary of keywords are one of the main things I think that we should be working towards, because our kids still don't get it. We might teach them, explain is cause and effect, but often they talk about, they're still describing. A lot of our kids are still at that describe level, but we're not able to then move them forward because we're not teaching the words explicitly. We're maybe just teaching the definitions or providing the definitions to the kids in the form of posters. You might have heard my story about this. I had big fluoro letters at the back of my classroom for a really long time. CAFS, it was there. It was, really eye-catching. It was in this little dog box of a classroom that was so tiny. We had 16 girls in there and my kids knew what the words were, but they had no idea whatsoever what those words looked like and how they actually were different to each other. I didn't model it for the kids. I didn't demonstrate it, and they had no idea what each of these words are. I think I had one band 6 that particular year. It was my second cohort through, and seriously, my kids had no idea. They did not know the glossary of keywords effectively. I didn't show it to them. I didn't model it. I was too focused on the content. I was too focused on the kids taking the notes. It's the notes. It's not about the notes. Hopefully you have heard me talk about it's not about the notes. Content will always be there. It's the skills that we need to start building on our kids for success. Inside Strive, I show you this. I show you the why it's important. I show you actually in the exam with marking guidelines, this is why we need to teach the glossary of keywords really explicitly. This is why we need to really build on those examples with the kids, because there are lots of secret ingredients that are really missing in our CAFS students' writing. And what we can do to move forward is inside Strive. Within Strive, in the last part of the journey, it is really about success. What does success look like on inner response? And what are the students going to do once they feel success? What can they then do to move themselves forward even further? And what we might be able to do to really show them, like, this is an exemplar. This is how you might build on that example, or here's some feedback for you to move you forward. Here's some very explicit feedback for your response. So I show you guys how I have taught my students and many other teachers across New South Wales to annotate their responses by colour coding, by looking for parts of their response that really kind of hit the nail on the head and then move them throughout those mark ranges in that marking guidelines. So Strive, being that 3-part journey, is very different to what we might see in any other PL that we've done for our course and for our subjects like PDHPE and TAS. It's not a one and done course. I don't just offer the course and go, see you later, I'll see you next time, or see you next year or never again. You will have connection with me across all of my social media platforms. You can talk to other teachers who might be in the program as well. It is high touch, lots of activities. It is literally not just a one and done PL. It is a complete transformation that you see inside our actual course or program, which is Strive. Now, if you're thinking about joining Strive, doors are currently open for this particular course, but this is not going to be here forever. At the moment, I'm offering $100 off the course. It is literally transforming the way you teach writing to the kids without the hand-holding and self-doubt but also to get the kids actually writing, the kids who often even leave blanks in their answer. This is going to help transform those kids as well. So you're going to see me all week. I'm going to provide lots of valuable training inside here. And if you would like to know more about Strive and how it can transform your journey, how you teach your students writing, but also help them improve their results and performance, please reach out on socials. You can send me a message on Facebook, or you can reach out on DMs, or even pop me an email at kelly@theloannet.com. Thanks, guys. Have a great afternoon.